I will play for you a video of an ex-cop for you in a minute. I posted a video the other day letting people know that the police department is part of the system. That's why when you look at their badges, they always have stars on them. And as you look very closely, you can see there's two pyramids in this badge, one pointing up, one pointing down. And I also covered the Jesuits, the Society of Jesus, God's assassins, and how U.S. presidents and world leaders are Jesuit soldiers to the Pope. Democrats or Republican doesn't make a difference. Left wing, right wing, same bird. The Society of Jesus. It goes back to the Knights of Malta, the Templars. And I also covered the Black Pope and the White Pope. And believe it or not, there also seems to be a Grey Pope. Have you noticed all the immigrants coming into our borders? Mostly men, military-aged men, from China, Russia, and Muslim nations. There's a reason for it. All part of the plan. In this video, I'll be covering the Shriners. There happens to be a Muslim organization of Freemasonry. I explained before that these are Abrahamic religions, as you can see in the pyramid, because they all work together. They all serve the same God. Two people will not walk together unless they have agreed to do so. Quran, Gematria. Ishmael, you see, on the top. Because this Abrahamic religion came from Ishmael. And the covenant wasn't made with Ishmael, but with Isaac. You notice the bottom? Sheol. And this is leading to what? Sharia law. You know, when Obama was in office, he signed an order for these new guillotines. They're sitting in FEMA camps, right? Shriners, Islamic theme, Masonry.
In law enforcement, I actually joined the Brotherhood of Freemasons. And, a lot of cops are involved with that. Really? Oh, yeah. It is. It's a thing that I'm not saying you must do, but 95% of them do. You know what I mean?
This actually exists.
Yes, it does. It's a cult. It's nothing to be messing with.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you straight up.
Did you ever get that far?
Oh, yeah, I became a Master Mason. Okay. I mean, the highest you can go is 33rd. But even at 32nd, from the ranks of 30th through 33, which is 3, that's when they divulge the actual truth to you.
I got you.
Because in order for you to be a Shriner, you got to be a Mason. For order you to be a Knights Templar, you got to be a Mason. And the more you go up in that pyramid, and the highest you could go is a Rothschild.
Right.
They're the highest of the highest.
Really?
Yeah, they're the satanic children of Satan.
Wow.
They actually sit on the table, and they have a special chair for Satan right there. And he comes and talks to these family members, and they're the ones that the shaking and bakers, I call it.
Now, this all has to do also with those people who go out into the wood and they burn that wooden owl and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the Illuminati.
Illuminati, okay. So
right.
This has to do with them?
Oh, yeah, you have to be a Freemason to be that. All the presidents were Freemasons. A small portion weren't, but they were Jesuits. This is the same thing.
Okay.
Even the Pope. Everything is controlled by the white and black Pope. Yeah. So black and white, which is white and black tiles, is where we have our temple. We are long.
Very useful. Now, what's this got to do with Islam? Now, this is the highest degree of Freemasonry. What happens there? The deadly deception. The Scottish Rite includes 29 degrees beyond the Blue Lodge, culminating in the 32nd. The York Rite has the equivalent of 29 degrees of the Scottish Rite in advancement along the path that culminates in the degree Knights Templar. So the York Rite culminates at Knights Templar, and the other one is the 32nd degree in the Scottish Rite. Okay? In addition, the shrine. Ancient Arabic order, nobles of the mystic shrine, is available to 32nd degree Masons and Knights Templar who wish to participate. So the highest order is available. Those of highest order can become Shriners. the ancient Arabic order, nobles of the mystic shrine, the show army of masonry. Maintains a very high profile. It is necessary to be a 32nd degree Mason for 6 months before being eligible to join the shrine. Only the highest Freemasons may join the shrine. Now these are most of the prominent Americans, by the way. All the big prominent Americans march through New York as the Shriners in their masquerades. Now, the shrine is in the name of Allah. Did you know that? So here Christians of, so-called Christians of the 32nd degree, who now know already that they worship Lucifer, come to the shrine with the Quran on the altar. Now the Bible's gone. When you reach the highest level of Freemasonry and you become a Shriner, the Bible's gone. We sealed our solemn oath in the name of Allah, the God of the Arab, the Muslim, the Mohammedan, the God of our fathers. Wow. Is Allah the God of our fathers? Here's the oath. In willful violation whereof I incur the fearful penalty of having my eyeballs pierced to the center with three-edged blade, my feet flayed, and I be forced to walk the hot sands upon the sterile shores of the Red Sea until the flaming sun shall strike me with a livid plague. And may Allah, the God of Arab, Muslim, and Mohammedan, the God of our fathers, support me to the entire fulfillment of the same. Can a Christian make such an oath? Yes or no? Obviously not. So Masonry is nothing other than the ancient mystery religion, and Jesuits are the ancient mystery religion, and Islam is the ancient mystery religion behind the scenes. And who do you think controls it all? Rome. Rome controls it all. So how would you like it if I said that I believe that Islam and Catholicism behind the scenes is one and the same thing? Remember the ancient Magi, the three wise men that came to Jesus, is that right? Now occultism today, in the Masonic form, teaches that the wise men followed the star in the east and followed it to Bethlehem. That's what they teach. Question: if the wise men came from the east, then where was the star relative to them over Bethlehem? It was in the west. So, in actual fact, the star that they are serving is not the star which represents Jesus Christ, but the one in the east, which represents Sirius, the dog star, and is a symbol of Lucifer, not of Jesus Christ. So, that was the ancient Mesopotamian symbol of Baal Hadad, the star or the round disk. It doesn't matter whether it's the one or the other. The one is simply the form Horus, which is the rebirth, and the other one is the form Osiris, which is the adult form. It doesn't matter which one it is. So here you have the symbol of Osiris, the round disk, in the half moon, which is the symbol of Isis, or there you have the symbol of Horus, which is the birth of the sun, the S-O-N, and the half moon. Now, who uses that symbol today? Which religion has that as its main symbol? Islam. Islam has this as its main symbol. And Islam and Catholicism stand side by side. You go to the Middle East. You go to Islamic countries where evangelism is forbidden, where you may not proselyte in the name of Jesus Christ. You will find the mosque and the Catholic cathedral next to each other wherever you go. Whether you go to Amman, whether you go to Jerusalem, whether you go to Syria, you do it. And you will see the Roman Catholic cathedral and this one standing side by side. Why? Because it's the same deity. It's Baal Hadad. Let's have a look. Here is the Pope with the wafer. The roundness representing Baal. Here he is with the cup. Bacchus was the god of wine and drunkenness, and they served fermented wine, whereas the biblical symbol was no leaven in the bread, and therefore if the leaven is a symbol of sin, then it must have been unfermented wine as well. But they use fermented wine and the round symbol, and they place it in a monstrance which has a half moon in it. Particular Catholic monstrance, you have wavy rays of the sun and straight ones. The wavy ones represent the female deity, the straight ones the male deity, and this one has the letters SFS on it. Now in the mysteries, you have to work out what these letters mean. S was the sixth letter in the Greek alphabet. F is the sixth letter in whose alphabet? Ours. SFS stands for 666. You have to know their little tricks. Here's another monstrance, and there you can see it very typically, the half moon. And then when the Mass is said at a high Mass, then the disc is placed in there, and you have exactly the same symbol for the deity that is used in Islam. Exactly the same symbol. And there's another one, another monstrance for the wafer. It's placed in there, and you have Baal Hadad. Well, there you have it too in ancient Hittite culture. And there you have the symbol of the peacocks, by the way, as well. There you have the half moon. There you have the face of Apollo, the circle. And then you have the laurel wreath, normally with 13 leaves around it. Oh, by the way, which mighty organization on our planet uses that symbol? The United Nations? That's very interesting. The Egyptian sun god Osiris, he was worshipped by feeding a round wafer bread, exactly as they do today. And this host is carried ritually through the streets in Catholicism as it was in pagan times. Baal Hadad, the system, is the system of Rome. Do you think in the final analysis that the big religions of the world will have a problem in identifying with the Bishop of Rome? Yes or no? No, they won't have a problem, because under layers of strata of hidden doctrine and what the masses know and what the insiders know, at the very top, they are one religion, and they serve the same master. Now, I'm not going to tell you who served the master, because I could be accused. Let's ask the Bible. What does the Bible say? Who gave him his seat, his power, and great authority? Revelation chapter 13. The dragon. And who's that, according to the Bible? That's Satan. So that's Luciferian worship. That's what it is. Here you have the symbols of sun, moon, and star in Catholicism on all their cathedrals. And this one is fascinating. This is a Catholic cathedral in Germany as well. I was stunned. It's all over the place. Look at this, even in their clocks. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This is a modern building. Here you have the symbol of the moon and the star. Ask the Bible. What does the Bible say? Who gave him his seat, his power, and great authority? Revelation chapter 13. The dragon. And who's that, according to the Bible? That's Satan. So that's Luciferian worship.
I want to play some of this footage. I went back to Lukeville, Arizona. And what I saw should shock every single American. As soon as I got there, there was a tent of 150 fighting-age men, mostly from West Africa, Muslim countries in Africa, the Middle East, and India. And what they told me is that they actually, the new place that they're getting all of these people from, right here, you can see the footage right there on the screen. Those tents, that was yesterday, and this is happening every single day. 150 of them. They said they had over 500 yesterday alone in that one location. 500. And what scared me, now I went up, the Border Patrol, you could tell, was so frustrated. They wanted me to get in there and film it and show you close up. As soon as I did that, at the end of this video, I had a guy come out from National Park, said I couldn't be that close. I couldn't film this. I had to go across the street. And our own national park, our national monument down there. This is what's coming into America. But the scariest part, Border Patrol came up to me and he said, you need to know and you need to report this. We're getting huge numbers from Syria right now. And if we can show the picture, they sent me a picture of one of the guys from Syria. If we can show that picture of the guy, this guy just came across our southern border. But this is just one
interview of a Muslim in Canada with a reporter.
One day we can have a Muslim majority nation here in Canada, right in your face.
We have Canadian law here, and you say that you want Sharia law to displace Canadian law. That doesn't sound very respectful.
In majority, you wouldn't have any other option. You would go to your queen and tell her to change the laws.
Change the laws to what, sir? To Sharia law?
No, change the laws to not allow any more Muslims to come to Canada. We owe our allegiance and our loyalty first and foremost to our religion, not to the Queen, to be honest. When I went for my so-called oath, I was silent. I didn't say anything. It was your responsibility to make sure you got it out of me. So when I didn't say anything, I'm not liable to any.